Well, good morning everyone. As you can see, another lovely day here. So we had a bit of rain over the past few days. There was showers yesterday. I'm not actually sure how much rain we had. I'll have to look when we get home. I'm just shifting the calves at the runoff. It's amazing how much these guys change. Last time I said they look good. They still look good, nice shiny coats, but they look a bit light now. And I think it's just because I'm tightening them up. So what I'm doing right now is I'm grazing this paddock quite hard because there's a lot of, I think it's called, I don't know if that's called bristlegrass or if that's called bristlegrass, I'm not sure, but anyways, there's a lot of summer grass in here, and these paddocks here get cropped a lot, so you get silage off these. We didn't do any hay this year, but I have in the past drilled these paddocks with I think I actually put base in here in our first year, I think, because I did it with the Fiat. So yeah, so what I'm planning on doing is I'm just going to drill it again. So I'm grazing these down hard. I've got some annual to put in at home, as well as the last paddock of base, which I'm not sure if I'll do before or after. And yeah, then the seed drill will come down here and we'll do some paddocks here. I'm going to do all of Robin's. So yeah, just a bit of a refresh. Just with being cropped, I think you take a lot of seed head off. I don't know if it's harder on grass, sometimes I think it is, but yeah, it's just there's a lot of summer grasses in here, not a lot of rye. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. So I think plans always change, but yeah, gonna keep grazing these paddocks a bit harder just so I can drill them. So I'm not sure how many paddocks I'll actually do on this block, but Robin's are going to do the whole thing. Yeah, but otherwise calves look really good overall, just a little bit light, but they'll recover. I should clarify that I'm also trying to slow the round down at the moment just to build up a bit of cover, especially while we've had this bit of rain. It's a good time to try and build up a bit of cover. So I'm just about to shift these heifers, or I may just leave them there for another day because they've still got a bit to eat there. Every day helps at the moment to try and stretch it out, and they're looking pretty content. They're not you know, following me around. Yeah, there's still a bit of feed here, like that. That's good feed. Hey girls, you're happy? So I just remembered that I had a water leak here this morning. It seemed like it was coming from right here. There we go. So it's just literally come off the end. Right, we'll leave it like that. I'll fix that another day. So I just had a talk with Suzanne and we got 22 mils over Sunday, Monday, and yesterday we got 5 mils. So that's good rain, really good rain. I've got the sprayer loaded up. So I've just come out to this area which I sprayed out. So this is where I put the topsoil when, I think before I planted the turnips. I did a bit of contouring down there. So I carted some topsoil up here to put on here where we had been messing around in the dirt. So I sprayed it once because I wanted to kill the willow weed. There's quite a bit of willow weed. And I'm just going to spray it again because there's all this grass coming up. And I don't want that coming up with the new grass. So yeah, we're going to quickly spray it. I need to put a water trough in. The water trough's got to go here. That water trough down there has got to get moved up to here. So what I was planning on doing with this paddock I've just sprayed is this was our second season turnip paddock, and the base in here is just petered out. It's just real patchy, a lot of summer grass in here. So what I'm planning on doing is spraying it out, which I've already done, and then I'm going to direct drill some annual into it, and then if I decide to do lucerne, I'm going to be planting lucerne in October, so it'll either be going to lucerne or back into turnip. So I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to right now to spray it out, kill any weeds, and then, you know, direct drill it into annual. So I'm doing it all in one day. So I've actually sprayed it out now, and I'm going to go and have some lunch, and then I'm going to put the drill on. I'm going to drill that little piece over there, and then I'm going to drill this with annual. So that's the plan. So I like using base, and I used base at our last farm. We were there for 7 years, and it worked really well up there, and it's still there, but it was a low stocking rate, like 2.1, 2.2 cows a hectare. We're at about 2.6 here, and I think just that little bit more pressure, it doesn't like it, because it's a grass that doesn't like to be eaten down too hard, and having a slightly higher stocking rate means you're grazing it a bit harder. So I think that's why it's sort of disappearing here. So I've got a few paddocks that have got base in it, and they all seem to struggle quite a bit, so I suspect that's what it is. So anyone else got any thoughts on that, just put in the comments. So yeah, alright, we're going to go and have lunch now, and then we're going to drill this. So on Sunday I finished getting the lime spread, so I ended up borrowing a friend's tractor and spreader. He did a load and I did 2 loads on Sunday. So yeah, it's good to get that done. We didn't end up getting the whole farm done. We probably got, I'm guessing, probably about just over half the farm. So hopefully next season we can get another unit load and we can do the rest of the farm. So yeah, that's good to get it done. Got it just done before the rain, so yeah, perfect timing. Right, so I'm going to get rid of this base. I'm not going to waste it, I'm going to save it, because I've still got that last turnip paddock to do down the bottom there. So I'm going to get as much out by hand into this bag, and then the last bit onto there. Doesn't matter if there's a bit left on the bottom, because it's not going to matter if it goes into the ground with the annual. That's better. Will nearly be 18 kgs to the hectare. 17.7 kgs to the hectare, so that's close enough for me. I'm not a contractor, so doing my own. That would be too accurate. I was aiming for about 18 a hectare for the annual, so that's perfect. We'll leave it as it is. Alright, so the drill is all set up for the annual. So my plan is to do the annual here, which is just 1 paddock at this stage, then go to the runoff and leave it down there and do, yeah, whatever I'm going to do down there. I'm sort of winging it. I don't know whether I'll do it all like I talked about before, but we're definitely going to do all of Robin's and some of the other block that we leased. So yeah, we'll just see how we go. Yeah, but right now I'm going to go and feed out, get a load of silage for the cows, and then we'll get back to drilling after that. So Dad's actually working on placing some of those water troughs that we got from Dozer. So he's just placing it at this stage, and then we'll run water lines to them later on. So yeah, he's just taken the 4th one at the farm now, so he is well into it, I would imagine. There's seeds in there. There's seeds in that one. Yes, there is. It's hard to see them sometimes. You really get down in there. Oh yeah, there's some seed there. Probably deep enough as it is, and they're pretty even. There's seed there. When you stop, it was going to drop a bit more than what it should. This front one's a bit deeper, and that front one about the same. Yeah, no, I think it's doing a good job. We'll leave it as it is. We'll get the seed in the ground. Well, it's looking pretty good so far. Just got a strip here and then a strip down that side. So it's doing a good job. Not that it actually matters if it does tear it up too much, because this won't, like this here is not going to be getting grazed by the cows, because that's going to die. So yeah, but it is doing a good job. Oh, yep, it's looking about right. Well, I can't see any shoots. There's the seed there. I can see a bit of seed. It won't be far away from germinating. Beautiful afternoon. So Dad's been busy today. So he's put in that trough. That one down there. And the one in the middle of this paddock. And then the one on the other side. So we're putting... So all these paddocks here originally only have one trough. So we're putting two troughs in them now. One at the front, one at the back. So it means when I'm brake feeding the springers through here, or any brake feeding, you can now lock them at the back. Because previously when I would brake feed this paddock with the springers, you'd start at the trough and then you'd work back this way to the end, and then you'd graze that last bit last. And with this paddock you'd always start right from the front because that trough was there, and you'd graze this way. So now you're going to be able to start grazing right from the back pretty much and graze towards the front, so you can let your calved cows out onto some fresh grass. So yeah, it's going to be really good. So I brought a 100-meter roll of 20 mil there. It's not going to be enough, but it'll be enough to get started. So I think we're just going to go from there to that one, and maybe a T here to get these three in place. Yeah, so he's been busy. So those troughs, those 4 troughs, the new ones, are from Dozer. So I've got all the parts to fix the spreader now. So this is the rear drive, so that there is the gearbox that goes down to the wheel. That's the front shaft. And then out on the trailer we've got, here's the belt, and that's the sprockets for the front that goes on that shaft. And then there's actually a front hitch or tow eye there, new one to go on. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big job, so I need to do it soon because I want to use the spreader again soon. So yeah, probably have hopefully next week or later this week we'll get onto that, but it requires pulling it apart. Cows are mooing for some reason. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.